CGI. Some hate it and some are scared of it to the point that if they see one frame of CGI in their favorite show, they demand a remake on Twitter. As a community, we are suffering from post-traumatic bad CGI syndrome, which was caused by Fate Stay Night, XR, Berserk 2016, and whatever is this. But that does not excuse us to not get out of our comfort zone. There are fire anime nowadays that are fully CGI, like Trigun, Stampede, Beastars. You don't need to be furry to watch this. Watch it anyway. Dorohedoro, but this is not the whole point of today's video. Today we are going to talk about the strange beast in the room. Working for God in a Godless World is the anime that people are talking about this season, and it's not for good reasons. Yukito is part of a cult, not by choice, since his father is the leader of this cult. And for some reason, all of the members are buff, bold men. But one day, his dad has the ultimate challenge for him to make his belief in their god stronger. By locking him in a barrel and throw him into water, all he has to do is believe that his god will save him. Simple, right? As Yukito drowning into a sea of regrets, he takes his last breath and asks God, if you truly exist, let me reborn in a world without God or religion. He closes his eyes, and the next time he opens them, his liver getting struck up and down vigorously. He soon realized he got isekai to another world. Happy now he's free from his father and the cult, he hyped himself up for an isekai adventure. But what he gets is just farming for over a month, drinking with villagers and teaching them how to make better wine. Just your average daily peaceful life. At first he's bummed about it, but when he compares to his past life, he'd rather live in this life. But there's something weird about this isekai world. There's no starting town, there's no magic, there's no gameplay overlay, there's no game mechanic, and there's no concept of gods and religion in this world. He doesn't think about it that much. He sticks to farming, drinking, fighting a strange beast. Listen, this is not bad CGI, this is comically bad CGI. When I saw this first, I didn't say, ew, who made this? I said, haha, lol, this looks goofy. This is not a low budget anime. You know what's a low budget anime? Yukito and friends go to Capital to buy a book. What kind of book? A book about sex. There's something fishy about the town. People are avoiding the villagers. On their way back to the village, Yukito sees the execution in town hall, but nobody is killing anybody. People just rage quitting themselves with poison. This country is under control of the emperor, and this emperor has a law. Now and then, a selected people are chosen to die. Anyone who defies the laws of emperor will be branded an outcast and will be sent to an isolation camp, the village that Yukito spawned in. But they are not in the village forever. Since they defied the laws, they can't die peacefully with poison. They will be executed. And when Yukito's friend taken away, Yukito storms the capital to save his friend. But it's a little too late. His friends are hanging around. He looks up at the sky and prays to the only god he knows, Mitama. He prays and asks for help. Here comes the lolly! The lolly is Mitama, the god that Yukito's dad and his cult believe in. And she claims she was always watching him since he was a baby. And she's now so happy she finally called for her. And the first thing she does is wipe the floor with all of the empire's soldiers and bring everyone back to life. Since she's a god, she can do anything you ask. I don't think she can give life to your body pillow. Back in village, they are back drinking, while one of the villagers has awakened something in him. Something evil.
Then something just snapped. Something inside of me. I didn't care anymore. I didn't care about being better than Kakarot. I didn't care about being a Super Saiyan. I didn't care if I lived.
Yukito asks Mitama that can she defend them from Empire's retaliation since now their entire village has a mark on their heads. Of course she can, she's all-powerful god Mitama. Nope. Since this is an isekai world, she's not monetized yet. Not even Yukito is her follower. She has 0 followers. And that's how God's power works in this anime. The more followers they get, the more powerful they become. Just like Instagram's influencers. Since this world has no concepts of religion or God, he has to make her one to be able to defend themselves from Empire. So he has to become what he hated the most, his father, and a cult leader. To put the rest of the episode simply, it's Yukito's applying every trick in the book of making a cult to make villagers follow Mitama, make her more powerful until episode 4. And I'm not going to spoil you because I'm talking about the since this is not your typical power fantasy isekai. Sadly, Yukito is not OP. In fact, he doesn't even have any power, if you count the lolly as his power, maybe. But what he has is knowledge, since the villagers are a bunch of backward, uncivilized, middle ages NPCs. With the help of Mitama, he brings the technology of his world to them. For example, tractor, windmill, pool, bucket, she is very supportive toward Yukito and has a crush on him, which leads to some yandere behavior sometimes. Silurin is the big sister, is just there being the big sister, that's all. And now, time to introduce the most dangerous mind in the universe, Roy. Roy is not your typical horny, he is the horny. I'm sure he goes after anything, just don't give this man internet. I fear the day that this man discovers the internet. It takes a man to become the best girl. I love the animation. Why? I'm 1,000,000,000% sure they made it look bad on purpose. So when you see it, you laugh, you giggle, and that's the whole point of the anime. It's not isekai, it's a comedy, it's a parody. And my favorite part is when they change the style of animation into something like Pokemon games. The OST is okay, no complaint there. It matched the theme of the anime. But the ED is my favorite. It matched the vibe of the show more than OP. The voice acting for this anime is really good. We got big voices here like Yuji from JJK and Mitsuri from Demon Slayer, the best sci-fi anime of the century. But they all do a fantastic job here. Hear me out, okay? This is a hot take. The dub is good. So to those who can't read or prefer to do something else and put on an episode and still want to enjoy the show, you can. It's that time again when we ask ourselves, is this a trash anime? And to that, I say no. You can't even complain about fan service. Here is not too much, it's not little. It's balanced, as it always should be. Working for God in a godless world. Goes to the list of the anime that made me laugh so hard to the point of tears. So my fellow weebs, don't let the PS1 Strange Beast scare you. If you are looking for a good comedy with a decent story, this one is for you. Subscribe, I do video like this. And for those who might ask, no, I didn't stop making manga videos. They are on the schedule. Patient, like, and comment is the key to making me reach